Alright, so it looks like we're live again with Decoy Noise, AskReddit Livestream. Kind of do it a little bit different. I'm going to put my face over here. I believe if you're watching on stream, you can do it yourself on YouTube by enabling the live chat, and it'll actually be in the bottom left corner when everybody's popping up. So, I mean, I think that should be a good way. If you're new to the channel, I'm just gonna do some Reddit reads. We're gonna talk to some people in the live chat down there. We're just gonna try to have a good time right now. Noob animator, you have no life. No, we're just kind of hanging out right now. It's kind of a hard time for everybody, so we're just gonna be hanging out. Good to see you again, though. So, the first post we're gonna do is what happened at a wedding that made it obvious that the bride and groom should not be getting married, and are they still together? Okay, so that seems interesting. What's up, Jaden? I don't think I've seen you here before, so glad to have you on. If you haven't already, please subscribe down below and let me know how you like the format of what the screen looks like in relation to me and also the music in the background. Kind of trying out some new things with the live stream. So, top comment was, sister-in-law got married last fall, and after the ceremony they got into an epic fight over a marriage certificate and didn't come to the reception until 2 hours after it started. A week later they separated for a few weeks while trashing each other on Facebook. They're still together and she's pregnant. Awesome. Thanks for subscribing. Or if you, I think, yeah, you know what, you did it before and I think you counted out as well. Thank you. So, I also photographed this wedding, and it was the most stressful professional experience I've ever had. I forgot to mention, too, that the groom and groomsmen dropped a bunch of acid before the ceremony and continued to the reception. He freaked out, had a panic attack, and left. Good God, why? In what world was that a good idea for that guy? I have no idea, but okay, let's keep going. I bet that would be a horrible trip. I mean, everyone is already staring at you for the whole thing. That's unnerving enough, but to trip on top of that, I'd probably run away. Yeah, I don't see how that guy thought it was gonna be a good idea. I'm repeating myself, so let's get into the next post right here. When the priest equivalent, okay, said, "You may kiss the bride," she turned so that it would be a kiss on the cheek. Even as a child, that had set off alarm bells. They had been divorced for a long time. That is terrible, but I mean, makes sense. Okay. The groom drunkenly cornered my roommate and demanded, oh my god, okay, you know what? We're not gonna read that one, we're just going on. So, they got married after a 10-year relationship. The wedding was painful to watch as they had such a bad fight the night before and they barely spoke to each other all day, hardly looked at each other. They split up 8 weeks later. Yeah, I guess that could be a thing right there where they're so far along in the wedding that they don't want to get married anymore, but they just don't want to cancel the catering, cancel all the family showing up and all that situation, so, I mean, I kind of get that. So the next reply to that was, I know 3 couples who were together for 10 years before getting married and none of them worked out. You'd think they'd have a good foundation in the relationship, but I guess getting married sets different expectations and by that point, no one wants to change anymore. Ah, that's actually an astute observation, rare for Reddit to have. Reply for that was, maybe after such a long time, the reason to get married might also be an attempt to save an already failing relationship. That's kind of the thing where they say with, TV shows and relationships in the same, where they think, oh yeah, it's getting stale, it's getting boring, here let's add a baby to the show, or let's actually add a marriage to the show and thinking it's gonna save it, but it really doesn't. A new animator says, bought the Minecraft equivalent to Dungeons and Dragons and best $35 you ever spent. Okay, I think that it's still probably got the title from before, but okay, yeah, never mind. So wait, tell me the title of that. What is the Minecraft equivalent of Dungeons and Dragons? Because is it Pathfinder? Because I have a lot of friends that do play that game, but let me know in the comment right there. Next post. My good friend was marrying this guy. We'll call him Ned. Ned definitely had a drinking problem that everyone swept under the rug. He promised my friend that he would keep it under wraps for the wedding. He made it down to the aisle, but by the reception he was binge drinking. Uh-oh. By the end of the night, the groom Ned completely disappeared and no one could find him. A few nervous laughs turned into mild panic when the lights were turned on in an effort to find him. Oh, my husband decided to go look for him in the parking lot where he finds Ned on his lips in the dirt. He had smoked a joint and got the spins. Oh no. My husband tried to talk sense into him, reminding him, this is your wedding, dude. He got Ned to come inside and did the most cringy walk of shame past the bride's family, who was very cross with him. Ned was supposed to drive them 11 miles from the venue to their hotel in the bride's grandfather's vintage Corvette. He was too drunk to drive, so the bride's grandfather drove them and the bride had to sit in the middle armrest with no seatbelts. Oh my god. Grandpa drops him off at the hotel. Bride barely gets the groom up to the room where he passes out on the bed. Bride had to wander the halls looking for someone to help her out of her wedding dress since the groom had passed out drunk. Oh my god. The word annulment was definitely floating around the next morning. As crushed as the bride was, she stuck it out. 3 years later, they're now separating and divorcing because he's still a drunk. Oh my god. Builders and Biomes, it's a board game. Okay, honestly, I am going to check out that board game because honestly, I never thought that I was going to like, Settlers of Catan. I went out and got Settlers of Catan, loved it, and got Game of Thrones Settlers of Catan. I haven't opened that up because you need to have like 6 people or something like that, and it's in the middle of this situation. So, but okay, builders and biomes, I want to try that out. Noah Plays, what's up? Good to see you back. Yeah, hopefully everybody likes this kind of hangout right now. We only got 4 people on, but hopefully it grows. I think I get to about 10 people and earned a subscriber last time. So if this keeps working, I'll switch to this. If not, I'll probably end up going back to the regular like 10-minute videos, releasing every day at like 11 a.m. So the reply to that was, oh man, that brings back memories. My friend's wedding had a hotel nearby, so most of us stayed there rather than drive home. Got a call after the party while settling into the room. Hey, it's me, bride, can you come up here? Hurry, uh-oh. I immediately go into panic mode, grab some cash and keys thinking I needed to make a getaway with the bride. I get there and she's like, can you help me get my dress off? The buttons are too small for hubby, and she hands me the hook thing. What the heck? Who thought this was a good idea? 10 minutes of frantically unbuttoning while the groom is pouring champagne, lighting candles, wedding dress designers, zips, Velcro, literally anything besides tiny buttons that require a neurosurgeon with steady hands and an extremely sober person. They say, what is it with, everybody's used to a zip fly with their jeans, but if you put a button fly, it's like, yes, I too like to try to solve a Rubik's Cube to take a, go to the bathroom while I'm drunk. No Play says, this is weird. What's weird about this stream compared to the other ones? And, well, at least he knows he's a good friend. Okay, so. Next reply. On their first dance, he kept trying to kiss her and she would avoid it very subtly. I noticed that and thought, I don't think she loves him. I wasn't wrong. They divorced within the first year. I wonder what else was in that situation what made you think that it was actually a sham of a wedding or whatever. Like, what, you know what I mean? Was there, like, citizenship involved? Was there baby involved? It'd be interesting to see. Such a strange subword. It's just Ask Reddit right now. This is just a strange post, but we're just trying to get through some stuff. I figured I'd try to get my viewership up before we did the very juicy thread that I want to do. I saw a video of the first dance like this. My brother-in-law taped it and saw this couple said this couple's getting divorced. Not even 3 months later, they were divorced. Oh. It tastes like good content. Yeah, in a way. So the next reply was, shortly after the ceremony, the groom announced to everyone, including his bride, my niece, that he had enlisted in the Navy and was due to report in a few weeks. What a bizarre thing to announce. She was beyond surprised. They didn't even make it a year. Huh. Okay, so I made a life-altering decision without involving or even informing the spouse. Such a surprise, it didn't work out. Maybe he thought it was going to be, like, met with applause, or everybody was going to be super excited that this is a thing that happened. Whatever, I don't know. Next reply. We were good friends with a couple who fought all the time. She wanted to get married desperately, and he was indifferent about it. After years of nagging, he finally proposed. On the day of the wedding, right before he walked out, he looked at us and sighed, well, maybe she'll stop nagging at me and finally be effing happy. That's not a good sign. They're now divorced, and she cheated on him with some guy she used to date. Oh no. Let's do one more of these and just kind of move on to the next thread. At the friend's wedding 2 years ago, the bride kept the bar open until 3 a.m. after the groom went home at 10 p.m. She kept telling everyone that she's just with him because he has money and a flat. I guess flat in American is an apartment or whatever, condo. They're now going through a divorce after she cheated on him. That's sad. Tale old as time. Yes, the tale is as old as time. Next one. He was caught doing coke in the car before the wedding started. The bride was pregnant at the time. They're still married, fight constantly, and now want another baby. Disaster written all over it. So, I mean, we're kind of humming along right now. We're going to do another thread, do another post. We're going to keep it moving. We only had 4 concurrent viewers, but that's okay. You guys all seem to be upvoting it, having a good time. Thanks Noah Plays, Noob Animator, and Jaden Masardo. I don't have a list of who's on here, but that's okay. So we're going to do another one where this was 2 months ago. And someone talked about how the Pope slapped a woman on the first day of 2020. They said World War III was trending on day 2, so they want to know what will happen on day 3. So this is 2 months ago, so I'm very interested to know what the Redditors were thinking. What's up, Tony? Good to see you on here. We're all kind of hanging out. So someone thought that there was going to be a Betty White promiscuous scandal. And the next reply was someone saying go on, like they wanted to see more of this. Weird. Settle down and unzip your fly. Yeah, we're not going down that path right now. We're just not doing it. The Pope is slapping people. The US is blasting bros. Australia needs a hose. Yeah, because right after that, Australia had a massive fire, and that was pretty bad. And then this is really the Roaring 20s again, isn't it? What was the conspiracy theory that they said that every 20s of a century something big happens? 1820s. 1720s, 1920s, and all now the 2020s. Yeah, nope, no thank you. We don't want to see any of that. So something got a good reply. Yellowstone effing blows. So you know what though? The idea is there was something big that happened at Yellowstone recently, right? Maybe I'm getting this wrong, but I think that that would be a thing. If Yellowstone goes, I think we're all done. Like everything, if it goes, like actually erupts, everything goes bad. Someone said this reads like an unsatisfied Yelp review of Yellowstone. Yes, yes. Extra reply, if in case someone missed the Pope slap, so it's a video, I never saw, it's a slap on the hand, but just the idea that the Pope is not the person you think is going to be slapping anybody, anywhere, but cool. World War IV is trending, so they think it's actually, World War IV was so big, it enveloped World War III, it just became this big enough thing. Tammy, yeah, I mean, that's like the Snorlax memes where they're a little bit behind and they don't know what's going on. I don't know, Palpatine has probably going to show up in the Death Star or something. There will be no day 4. Yes, Emperor Palpatine just rolling through here would be a massive news. Minecraft 2? Okay, maybe I feel like the cave update. I feel like that's all I did. Let's see. Noob Animator said Britain went bankrupt because they had no more tea and became depressed, so they sank into water. Jeez. I wonder if there will be a Minecraft update, just kind of like, I know that they got bought out by Microsoft, so it changed a bit. There was Minecraft story mode, but also the idea that, what was it? Fortnite had a season 2, so they just like, they blew up the map and everything got like black holed into something or whatever. So I wonder if they'll do that. The next reply was, don't tease me, I want them to double the underground layer size to make underground biomes like Mushroom Forest. But then they brought in that that place you go to, that different universe where you make the Ender portal. Yeah, is it the Ender game? I don't know, whatever. But wherever you go over there, so there was like an underground, it was a different dimension, but it was kind of interesting. Malaysian Airlines lands in Beijing and no one on board realized they're lost almost 6 years. That'd be interesting. Honestly, the sad thing was they were saying like, oh, what if like the what do you call it? I'm forgetting the meme, so I don't have the punchline to that, but whatever. Yeah, pretty much what happened to Fortnite, yes. And Tammy's feeling good. Okay, so yeah, good to see that you're feeling better right now. That'd be pretty interesting. Yeah, they're talking about the Manifest. It's a TV show. Okay, so... Oh, wow. The next reply was, the dollar goes under. We now use Cheerios as currency. It's one thing, it's... What is it? We start using bottle caps like in Fallout 3 as currency. It's just like, what do you call it? Everybody that loves soda and beer, they're about to be rich. Next reply was, you trying to cheat me? These are your golden grams. We don't take your European Union money here. Wait, do they still make golden grams? I hope that Cinnamon Toast is actually, Toast Crunch is a premium money. Like, that's actually $100 bills or whatever. Noob Animator says, we finally found out who let the dogs out. That is the age-old question. Next reply, but we brought back the golden gram standard. Terrible. His name is who? Oh yeah, who? But I don't even know how the song, the rhythm goes. So the next reply was, Australia burns, then we get day 4. My internet gets reconnected after 3 long weeks. Oh my gosh. You know what, Noah Plays, you're right. The new paper currency is toilet paper, not money. The idea that it will be so hard-pressed for toilet paper that you just use actual dollar bills for your business instead of toilet paper. Next reply, alien invasion in the morning, second coming of Jesus in the afternoon. Whose side is he on? I don't know. Horton who let the dogs out. He ain't a snitch though. Okay. You forgot Australia? This post was before that happened, so we would just have been a very, very eventful beginning of the year. It was pretty crazy. Okay, so the reply is, the moon will blow up suddenly and without warning. Oh my god. Thanks for the warning. Yeah, I wonder what would happen. What would actually happen if the moon was gone? I feel like that's just like when we have a new moon and the moon's all dark, and then, I mean, I guess it's not that bad. Oh my gosh, okay. And cats and dogs living together. Mass hysteria. Honestly, there's a lot of, what is it called? Shiba Inus and cats that get along right now, and I love watching those Instagram accounts. Someone that deleted their thing. Some scientists announced the discovery of FTO technology and simultaneously reveals the existence of humans to aliens who may or may not be hostile. Because he got an offender bender with their ship. Don't deny it, you'd watch it. That just sounds like a crappy TV show. Wait, Noah Plays just crashed out $2 for 200 pennies to mess with their family? You know what this is actually, I'm gonna cut away from this. this is gonna show with, like, you know, TikTok and YouTube and Instagram short videos or whatever, that Americans are gonna be the best at just making random stuff to do to kill the time. We're gonna be great at it. Everybody's gonna be stuck at home, but we're gonna make some great content. Don't know what that word is. Tammy has 7 dogs and 3 cats together in a hotel during the evacuation. Like, never again. Wow, that's... Even half of that sounds terrible. Even 1 dog and 1 cat might be rough. The next reply is, the day is almost over here in Asia. Worry about it. It's not alright until now. I don't get it. I don't know what's going on. Noah's just gonna hide them all over the house? No, Noah, you know what you need to do. With all that money, I think if Amazon's still sending these out, buy a giant pack of googly eyes and to start making everything a face. Everything in the house. Ukulele, the webcam, the TV, everything in the house, and just have people find it. And honestly, you'll be finding that you'll be finding those googly eye faces for years to come. I did that at work a long time ago. It was kind of funny. I'll order a pizza and dessert and have those carbs will make me the most docile I've ever been. People around me will notice me and be happy about it. Their happiness will radiate further. People smiling at each other in the streets will soon January 3rd will be known as the day where humanity start to be happy again. Or maybe it won't, because of a big difference. I'm off to order pizza that day. Cheers, dude. Maybe it works. If not, at least you have pizza. Win either way. Yes, I ordered a pizza right now. I can't tell if those guys are annoyed that I'm still keeping them in business, or mad that they have to work, or they're just happy that they still have a job. I don't know. January 3 ? January 4 profit. Yep, that's my plan. But I forgot the biggest part of that. The 1, 2, 3 thing is you have to be attractive, obnoxiously attractive. Like that one guy a long time ago on YouTube, not YouTube, on Reddit, where someone took a picture of him running a marathon, and they just started posting it because he was a happy guy. He was an attractive dude. I don't get that. The next reply: on a mountain in Japan, holes shaped like humans will appear after an earthquake, and people will be mysteriously attracted to the holes, so they go inside and disappear. That's oddly specific. That's actually a very terrifying comic book. You can find it online. It's called the Amigara Fault. I'll just type it right here. Amigara Fault. It's by Junji Ito. And honestly, if you're into scary stuff, if you're into manga or comic books or whatever, it's a really good read. It's very interesting. Go buy it. You need to keep the economy strong right now, but it shouldn't be that expensive. But just the idea, if you're not into creepy stuff, you're not into scary stuff, don't go down the Junji Ito train or whatever. Like, it's really scary. But no, yeah, if you want something creepy, Amigara Fault. Yeah, see, everybody's saying it's a manga. It's terrifying. Honestly, hop on that. It's really good. So, Donald Trump reveals his birth certificate and he was born in Mexico. Don Juan Trump. I mean, I'm sure there's a drawback for that, but I mean, I think that'd be just kind of funny and interesting. Oh, I guess he couldn't be that anymore. I don't know. You know what? I'm not smart enough to go down that path. So, God comes down and slaps the earth, sending us all into space to die. Jeez. This baby can fit so many humans on it. Oops. That's kind of funny. Fidget spinners become the key to solving world hunger. Kind of like in the Fractured But Whole South Park video game, where fidget spinners are like actually like a totem or something. The World Energy Crisis fidget spinners. That's what Tony Stark's device was on his chest the entire time, a fidget spinner. Apparently the fact that Australia's on fire wasn't concerning enough. So far, World War III is still trending. Yeah, this was 2 months ago, so nobody was on board with what was really going to happen. I'm not gonna read that. We will find out who Joe is. I don't know. Everything gets so politically charged. Like, why? Why? Let's just hang out and have fun. Florida invades the U.S. Florida man, you invades the U.S. Okay. My birthday, also J.R.R. Tolkien's birthday, and Michael Schumacher's birthday. Please don't ruin it. Okay. Okay, so no one's getting to what it is. It's Friday, gotta get down on Friday. Okay, so you know what? Honestly, I was hoping that we'd have some creepy, eye-opening discoveries on this, being that it was 5 months ago, but apparently nobody could tell the future. Because obviously, if you could tell the future, you definitely would post about it. So the next reply is, what's something that gets an unnecessary amount of hate? I guess drop in the comments what you think would be the thing that gets unnecessary amount of hate. I would say Celtics fans for me. Celtics fans would be the people that get too much hate on the internet. Like, what? What do we do? Go on NBA, they hate it, or the Reddit subreddit NBA. So okay, so the next reply is, old people doing young people trends. They just want to be a part of the fun. I honestly think it's just because they do it a little bit too late, like planking. It's hot, then it's over. The flossing dance, hot, then it's over. And they just get them hate because like, hey man, that was a month ago. We don't do that anymore. The next reply is, I'm in my 40s. I play Pokemon Go with my 16-year-old son. It's something we can do together. We started playing when it first launched back in 2016. I openly admit that I'm bad at this game, but he's not. But you know what? That's a good that they actually find something that they can do together and they're actually having a fun time. Like, honestly, I don't see why that's a bad thing at all. See? Fortnite, adults playing video games, you can keep going. Honestly, but the thing is, though, is to Noob Animator, if there's adults that aren't good at Fortnite and they're playing those video games and they're doing all that stuff, honestly, it's a good thing because then your stats go way up. I love going into a Call of Duty lobby and everybody's crap at it. That's always fun. Honestly, I hate when it's like you go in there and it's just nothing but like 90 prestige people. It's just getting hurt all the time. DC Comics. Why would DC Comics be something? What's up, Alpha Moonlight? Thanks for joining us over here. The other 3 stovetop top burners. Yes, it's always the one on the bottom left for me. That one gets used all the time. Everything else, nah, whatever. Robert Pattinson. Sure, he got famous for the Twilight movies, and no, they're not good, but all these weird independent films he's made after that really scream that this poor guy just wants some appreciation as an actor. Wait, you said crap, I'm unsubscribing? I mean, whatever. Yeah, I guess I don't know what else he's done or whatever, but it's like kind of like the idea that I think that Leonardo DiCaprio started his career as like a teenage heartthrob doing like Titanic and Romeo and Juliet, the really weird version, and then now he's a really well-respected actor because he's got such an early start on acting that he became really good. And it's like, honestly, I think that Zac Efron will be the next guy that was like from High School Musical, teenage heartthrob, does some more like kind of silly movies, but kind of gets serious later on. And I think he's actually a legitimately good actor, but again, I'm not a good judge of that. And I could see Robert Pattinson also being something like that, where he starts off crappy and then gets really good because he does a whole bunch of good stuff later. Okay, so Alpha Moonlight's Xbox. Okay, so good to see you back again. No, I don't unsubscribe. What's my Gmail? I don't have a Gmail affiliated with this right here. So so one film will change anyone's mind about him. Lighthouse, a damn masterpiece. That guy can act. Okay, you know what? Honestly, with all this free time I have, I will check out Lighthouse. Thank you to OG Crypt Keeper. Gotta check it out. Okay, you know what? No, we're not gonna read the rest of that thread. That got weird. So the reply is Tom from Tom and Jerry. He wants to chill, and while that little piece of crap annoys him all the time. That is true. Jerry's an asshole. And what is it? The original one, I don't know what came out first, but the Roadrunner from the Roadrunner and the Coyote. Roadrunner's a jerk. All he's doing is just antagonizing him. Okay, Coyote, you won't be able to eat the Roadrunner. Roadrunner, F off. Go do something else. Same with Squidward. He just wants to live an artistic and sophisticated lifestyle, but he's stuck living next to 2 idiots. That's true. So the reply was, but when he got what he wanted after moving to a squid district, he lost his rocks and the monotony. He kind of needs shaking up from time to time to enjoy the boring activities. Okay. Alpha Moonlight says it's clean Christian Minecraft server. Yes. I wish I could figure out how to whitelist stuff, but then I don't really know how to do it without actually like just like I think it cuts people out, so I don't really care. Well, everybody's getting upset. This is a very clean server, very clean Reddit channel we're trying to run right here. I can't say the word crap anymore, apparently. As a kid, I always liked Tom. He was just a hard-working cat trying his best to do his duty. Yes! See, if you were the household owner, you wouldn't want rats living in your walls eating all your food, so honestly, you'd want the cat to do his job, but he's always taking, like, frying pans at the face. Kinda messed up. At least with Tom and Jerry, there's an air of playfulness. Then you get Sylvester and Tweety and Bird, and that smoking yellow turd is always a big jerk about it. And then the Bird's always grabbing the that big buff dog to beat him up. It's just like, hey man, handle your own business or don't act like that. Tweety was a pet though. Jerry was a disease-spreading and thieving squatter. Sylvester was being a jerk after going for Tweety, but Tom was just trying to protect his family from the bubonic plague. Yes, yes. Pepe Le Pew is straight up. Okay, you know what? We're just gonna keep on going. It only takes like maybe 2 or 3 replies before it gets angry. So the next person that gets too much hate is Guy Fieri. Yeah, he's just a guy that loves food and he can teach you about interesting places to eat. Why is that a bad thing? But the idea that nobody has seen Guy Fieri and the lead singer from Smash Mouth, I forget his name right now, in the same place because they look exactly like each other. It's uncanny. So the next reply to that about Guy Fieri is, he seems like a genuinely good person. In 2017 and 2018, he cooked with thousands of victims and the first responders affected by the California wildfires. See, why is he getting bad flack for that? I mean, he seems like a good guy, and he's just kind of, what do you call it? Just stuck in the 1995 or whatever, his hairstyle and everything. But that's his trademark. My sub count went up by 1. I imagine it's because of Alpha Moonlight came over from his other account and subscribed. Okay, so Zendep says he's actually a bad person. Okay, so the more you know. I guess it's always an interesting thing. So Guy Fieri's Hot Ones interview is one of the best episodes. He totally changed my opinion on him. Also, he ate all 10 wings without a drink, so that's another level of respect to put on his name. Oh no, yeet. Oh, and here come the yeets. You know, I try to fight it, but I can't. You guys are gonna do it, so whatever. But even Sean was impressed that only the time someone didn't drink anything on Hot Ones. Okay, so Guy Fieri has a lead belly. Oh my gosh, everybody's joining in on it right now. I'm just gonna have a chat full of yeet, and I wonder how long you guys can keep this going, because honestly, on the live stream, the replay, if you click the live stream thing and go to full screen, it actually like fills up the entire screen. YouTubers, my mom screams at people that need to get a real job. It triggers me because some YouTubers went to college. No, some of these YouTubers like that one guy worked at NASA and was like, you know what? I can make more money making little funny things on YouTube. You know, it's like this is just the new form of like celebrityism or whatever. And everybody's doing yeet still. Let's see if we can get through this entire post by just saying yeet. But you know what? You're probably gonna scare away anybody else that's just kind of passing through and sees the stream and wonders what is really going on over here. They're actually, all of you guys right now are saying yeet incessantly. Wow, okay. Everyone, if you're a human being, there's likely reasons someone would want you gone, and countless more more people that think you're a horrible person. Humanity in general just needs to chill. It is true. Yeah, Alpha, I can show you the setup. Honestly, it is, hopefully this doesn't make too much sound. It is a Blue Yeti microphone. I got on sale because it's the Blue Yeti microphone. I have a Logitech widescreen. I think it's just 1080p HD, so it's not that great. And I'm running OBS. OBS is the setup, so it's just OBS, Blue microphone, and YouTube live stream. And everybody's saying yeet. Alpha said he started this when I went on the first stream, so he started the Yeet Your Evolution. So, I mean, it is what it is. Yeah, I don't think there's a way I can show you the setup more than just the microphone, because then I can't pull the webcam off. The webcam just sitting where it is. Or I guess I could probably put a screenshot of my actual OBS setup, but we're getting too far away from the actual thing, whatever. So let's just keep it moving on. The amount of people that get threats over things are ridiculous. Yeah, a long freaking time ago, I made a funny video about the Kobe Bryant car jump. A long time ago, and honestly, people were saying racist things to me, death threats and stuff like that. It's like, why? Like, why are people so upset about this? It was just a funny gag, like, whatever. The word moist. I'm just describing this nice cake I'm eating, and you're acting like I'm reciting ancient curses from the Bible, or Satanic Bible. That is true. People don't like the word moist. I'm so confused on half the population just decided they hated that word. Are they just immediately picturing? Okay, you know what? God, you guys are jerks or whatever. So everybody's saying yeet. Everybody's saying yeet. No. Everybody wants to say the word moist instead. Terrible. Bandwagon hating on something in the general is a huge problem. I try to make it a point to have a full explanation on why I hate something before I go hating on it. Also, I'm open to debate that it's said dislike. Okay, so everybody's going to moist now. I kind of brought that along myself. But just the idea that, you know what though, people say people hate Laker fans because we live in Los Angeles for no reason, but honestly, Laker fans have it coming to them, man. They win, they riot. They lose, they riot. They have a parade for their championship. They have fun, but then they riot. It's just all sorts of terrible. Next reply. Everything on Reddit decides it doesn't like it because everybody will pile on, and it's just this big echo chamber of that. Reddit's like getting together all the bullied kids of their generation to unite against bullying others. Wow, that's actually a pretty insightful. And then you got gold time. Yeah, everybody's going. You know what? I think that I'm going to ban the word moist, but maybe not yeet. I'm okay with you guys doing that, but this is weird. People are gonna come back to this live stream like, what happened? James Charles, that's the makeup artist guy, right? He gets unnecessary amount of hate. Did he do something wrong? I don't know enough about it, but yeah, I think a lot of people don't like him. That explains a lot, actually, is the other top comment, so it makes sense. Yeah, we lost a concurrent viewer because you guys are just spamming the words moist over and over again. So what gets unnecessary amount of hate? The spoon in your kitchen that you hate for no reason. I don't hate a particular spoon or whatever. They're just less used stuff, I guess. For us, it's a three-pronged spork. I didn't bring it home, neither did my wife. We don't even have an origin story. All I know is that whenever I prepare dinner, she gets that fork. That's like the ultimate level of passive aggression. The most celebrated Canadian alt-rock band of the 90s, the Bare Naked Lady. Yeah, it's been 1 week since I looked at you, 5 weeks till you tilted your head and said that you're angry, something like that. And then also they made the song for The Big Bang Theory, with all the hate that it had. It was a good show. It had a good intro, but the Bare Naked Ladies made it. But who hates them? Oh, they're called BNL now? Ah, whatever. This guy keeps on calling out for being a Christian Minecraft server, but I just don't want to get any strikes against the channel. I'm just saying, like, hey, let's be cool, let's be chill, let's make all the stuff that's happening on Reddit into a family-friendly stream. Someone said Shelton. Okay. Have you ever read 13 Reasons Why? I have not. Being born in this generation because our music sucks. I don't get that. We were born in the generation where we can go to YouTube or Spotify and listen to any music since the beginning, recording music to stuff released literally 5 minutes ago. Being born in this generation is for music fantastic. Yeah, everybody, you know what? Everybody has hate on like the music before them, like it's becoming, oh, that's low effort. Like I grew up with like 90s and 2000 hip hop, and they're saying like, you know, Soulja Boy and everybody after that is terrible, and now everybody's saying, oh, I like Soulja Boy, but I hate trap music, or I hate auto-tune music. It's like everybody just finds a new way to do something, makes it easier on themselves. Why hate on it? Because they found a better way to do it. That's not necessarily better, but it's subjective. Jaden, I do not have a Discord server. I kind of want to get my subscriber count to maybe around 1,000 of like active users before I say, okay, we need a Discord. Why don't you 3 more? I don't know what that is. Do I have a gaming channel? I do, but it's like it's defunct. I don't do anything on it. Honestly, with all the extra free time I have, I'll probably end up doing like live streams of games, so I might cross-post it, but as it is right now, my gaming channel is so irrelevant and has nothing on it that I don't post anything on it. So I'll do one more thing that gets too much hate. Let's see. Hating on version of escapism, be it movies, video games, music, books, etc., makes zero effing sense to me, as all they're purely optional. No one has to partake in any type of escapism they don't like, so why is it the point on hating on a genre of music or certain music or whatever? It seems that people in that level just want to be mad at something for the sake of being mad. Yes. Excuse me about that. But yeah, it's what do you call it? People hate on what do you call it? The I'm not trying to say, I'm getting crossed up with my words, but people hate on like, oh, you play a lot of video games, get a life, but then they'll spend all the time watching The Bachelorette. It's like, who cares? It's just mindless fun. Everybody wants to kind of unwind after a while, or whatever. Everybody wants me to get a Discord server. Okay, I might just have to make one or whatever. What's up, Draconian Ghost? Welcome back. Can I play the ukulele? Everybody keeps on saying that I should play the ukulele. It's not tuned. I can tune it, but no, it's terrible. We're not. I will tune it. I promise you. But it'll come back. Someone likes my hair. They want me to shave it off and send it to you. See, the thing is though, it's like it's doing weird stuff right now, but the lighting doesn't let you see it. But honestly, what do you call it? That's the weirdest thing. Shave it off and send it to you in the mail. Okay. Finally, okay. And then make Kermit play it. I don't have a Kermit doll. I don't know. I have this thing right here. The strangest thing that I saw in the store that I just had to buy. Bizarre, but honestly, it's like the softest ball thing. I don't know. But yeah, he could play it. He's not Kermit, whatever. Thanks, Zendep. Everyone subscribe. Yes, you need the hair. This is gonna get weird or whatever. But you know what? Let's just go on to the next one. If I get some good subscribership, I'll probably just open up a Discord server because you guys all seem to like it, so... And then make it learn to play that little squid thing? Okay, so what is something that has aged well? So we're going to talk about something that has stood the test of time. Donating to cancer. My hair, what do you call it? I think it needs to be what like 8 inches long. I think your hair needs to be pretty long for them to be able to use it for what do you call it? Locks of love. I've known people that have donated to that, which is a really good cause, but honestly, my hair is never gonna be that long. Alright, so Roger Federer, still a top 10 player at 38. Yes, what do they say? Like, all these people playing tennis, it's like, why even bother right now? Because like, you can't, there's nothing you can do, whatever. Like, he's just too good. The next reply says, I think the Federer, Nadal, Djokovic hegemony over men's tennis is going to be in the record books. Those three have been in the top 3 for the last 15-ish years. Yeah, that's honestly good. I'm sorry, Jaden, I don't have it. Tammy wants something, everybody wants it. Please don't go to Twitch. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, honestly, I thought about going to Twitch for maybe video gaming, but it's really competitive, but also the idea that more people watch live streams. I may end up just going back to the regular posting videos thing, not live streaming on YouTube, but we'll see. Next reply is 90s Japanese cars. Yes, what is it? That show Initial D is all about like those 90s, like the Supras and all the drifting cars or whatever. Especially if they have pop-up headlights, yeah, because those are all really cool to look at. Yeah, Supras, right? Those are the cool cars. Tammy says she ages well. Noah says no. I live the live. I live the live. I like the live. I don't know. Draconian Ghost. Okay. Pop up and down headlights. I don't know. Someone knows the way of the buff horse, so I'm guessing that's gonna be a call out to what's that thing? Initial D. So we'll see. Incredibly, some of very old photography. Sure, they might be now in digital and whatever, but the composition and attention to detail. There's just so much. Example, alcohol pouring during the Prohibition. Yeah, because it's one of those things where nowadays when you have digital camera, it's just like, yeah, you got a freaking 3 terabyte little SD card, you can go on there and just snap a billion photos and you'll find the one that's good. With that old school film that took like a day to develop and like you only had 5 shots, you had to make sure that your composition for photography was on point. Alright, so next reply. The word cool? Yeah, cool set the test of time. Cool is always going to be cool. The things like word like, oh, that's dope or that's lit or whatever, those will always come in and come out. But honestly, what do you call it? It would be that. So I remember back when I was thinking in middle school and the teacher asked if all of us could still say cool. We said yes, it's still being used. Even now I still think about the word people most of all ages use. Yeah, it's different. I think the word like bitchin' was a cool thing back in the day, like my mom's generation. And it's just like, we don't even use that. Don't spam the word Discord until until we make the server. I mean, I'll figure out how to make a Discord server. I have Discord just for like YouTube advice or whatever, so I'll figure out how to make a Discord server and invite everybody to it. Ah, everything's lagged out. Okay, cool. Band of Brothers. Yes, Band of Brothers. It was just really well shot, and I think it had what's it called? Had Tom Hanks was an executive producer. They probably had Tom Hanks, Steven Spielberg, who just kind of, they were involved in Saving Private Ryan, so they were able to make a really good miniseries. The next person said, rewatched it last weekend. You know it's great, but it's even better than you remember. Okay. So I guess you guys tell me right in the comments right now, why is a Discord server good necessarily? Like why would I need to make that? Like you guys want to chat on there? I guess I don't know. Satasan, hello, welcome back. That is actually a really cool emoji. If I could see it, let me move to the other screen. It looks like a cat with their hands up, or a cat barely hanging on. Maybe that's what it is. Okay. Next reply is, anything scored by John Williams. It always ages well. His makes scenes feel so alive and meaningful. Thank you for my first award. Alexa played Duel of the Fates. Yeah, John Williams is amazing. He's the Star Wars composer. But I want to say the Hans Zimmer, everything else that he does would be amazing. And then also, what do you call it? Just the idea that he doesn't necessarily compose everything. He's just kind of like the curator at this point in time. But everything he does is amazing because he always does his work with, who's the guy that does the movies? Interstellar, Inception, all that stuff. Christopher Nolan. So Christopher Nolan plus Hans Zimmer, it's always amazing. Oh, yeah, because you guys can be on the show. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure how I can get the Discord server to display video of people, but we'll figure that out. Thanks for liking the video. Thank you, Draconian Ghost. Thank you, Jaden. Oh, emoji of the day, recycle. It's so thin. Yeah, it is kind of a cool way. I think it's, what is it, webdings, webdings. They all have different ways. Batman the animated series. Yes, the series that invented Harley Quinn. That has aged really well. And the idea that they said the way they made the theme of Batman the animated series so different is they didn't write it on white paper to draw. It was black paper and they painted over that, so everything was primarily dark, which is really cool. All right, Jaden, cool. Thanks for dropping by. See you next time. Oh, then the Draconian posted a better recycle thing. Send you the hair. That is getting me the heebie-jeebies now. Denim in general ages well boiled. Yeah, anything that's just built to last. Honestly, anybody, if they have the disposable income, I honestly think that the idea of going out, not buying like super cheap Levi's or super cheap Old Navy denim that's like, oh, it's only like, you know, $10 for 3 pairs or whatever. If you go out and buy like $100 pair, $150 pair of like Paige denim, Joe's jeans, what else can I think of right now? Paige, Joe's 7 diamond, or not 7 diamond, just 7 or whatever. It's honestly going to be worth it at the very end of it. Excuse me. Seek 100 memes. Don't know what that is. Alright. So, next reply. Astronomy here. There's a star about 200 light years away from us called the Messu star. I can't say that word. Which appears to be about as old as the universe itself. Specifically, the universe is thought to be 1.8 billion years old, and the star is based on the composition estimated to be 1.46 plus or minus to the 0.08 billion years old. So presumably, if you err on the side of that minus, it's younger than the age of the universe. But still, the fact that it's been shining for a good 13 plus billion years is astounding. For reference, our sun has been burning for about 4.5 billion years and has about 5 billion to go, so the star has already lasted longer than our sun has ever will. Wow. So, like, I don't understand the idea that we can, in a telescope, look at something burning in the sky and just... Hey, that's 4 billion years old. That's 5 billion years old. That's always a science that I'll never understand. Thanks, Satissign, for good vibes. It's maybe it's a cat holding up heart, says Pause? I don't know. The next reply is, do you think we might see the end of the universe as well? It hurts my brain to think about something being alive that long. Impossibly amazing. Yes. Insane. If you're thinking about something that's impossibly long and you like terror, Stephen King's The Jaunt. I'll type that down. Stephen King, The Jaunt. It's a quick read. It's a slow book, a small, like, you know, novella or whatever you want to call it, where it's like maybe 80 pages at most. That's terrifying. Just a book, but honestly, it has to do with like the idea of infinity and how it would be on your brain. So, Arabic numerals, or what most people call numbers, since around 500 AD, it's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and the entire world uses them. Even cultures without the Latin alphabet use them. It's always interesting to seeing them use in Asian languages writing, as they stand out as seeing Western, but they're in fact developed in Asia by Hindu mathematicians and spread throughout the Middle East, where they became popular, hence Arabic numerals. But honestly, it's because of the idea that all the numerals are just counting angles, so they're just shapes. 0 has no angles. 1 has an angle as long as you put that little nook in it. 2 has 2 angles if it's sharp. 3 has 3 angles if it's sharp. Like, honestly, there's a method to the madness or whatever. What's up, Alpha Moonlight? It's good to see you back. So, the earlier episodes of The Simpsons, they aged well. What is it? Simpsons over Open Fire. That first season's kind of rough, but like I guess as they say, like Pinnacle Simpsons, the first like seasons 2 to 8 or something, I think the number was a thing. Yeah. The first Men in Black. A person is so smart, people are dumb, panicky, dangerous animals, and you know it. That is true. That is very true. The first Men in Black is what do you call it? Oh my gosh. My mouse is tripping out. It has actually aged really well. So the next reply was, I found that a few classic rock bands are still very popular with young people. Bands such as the Beatles, Queen, Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin, the Rolling Stones, AC/DC, Metallica, Guns N' Roses, and Nirvana are especially the most popular amongst my peers. Yeah, they kind of what do you call it? Have stood the test in time. So So old, are you 26? Are we all guessing? Man, my mouse is tripping out right now. It's a cat fur. I brought the cat up here, hanging out with me on the table. Now I can't use my optical mouse right now. You've been thunderstruck. But 20, are you Alpha, are you guessing my age right here? Aliens 1986, yes, Aliens, not Alien because it was kind of a dark, just scary movie, but Aliens, that was a good movie and it was kind of scary. Alien series is a lot like the Terminator series, there's only 2 of them. Alien 3 was decent, whatever, I mean, whatever. Yeah, Alpha Moonlight, that was a good age, you're pretty much there. Even good music I hated when it was new now sounds like good because of nostalgia, yes, because we what do you call it? We affiliate it with good memories. Have you ever been Rickrolled? Yeah, everybody gets Rickrolled. It's just like Tale as old as time. So we're done with that post. If you haven't already, please subscribe down below. We're gonna wrap it up with this last post of, if instead of rebooting movies, retelling them from a different point of view became popular, which movie would you like to be retold? And honestly, somebody told me about how what do you call it? They reboot the Harry Potter series they reboot the Harry Potter series from the perspective of somebody in Hufflepuff, which was like the lesser houses or the kind of the sillier people. So it's a play, but they said it's funny, and I'm actually interested to see it. Draconian Ghost says, there are no movies after Terminator 2. That's true. Alpha Moonlight, you should be doing your chores, but why not just plug me into your headphones and just listen in as you kind of go along? I want this to be kind of a podcasty format. Satisine says, I'm gonna go for like a couple seconds because I'm working on something for your channel. Alright, bye. Thanks for dropping by, Satisine. So don't speak of those. Don't speak of the other movies? Oh, you're talking about like, yeah, there's like 80 movies after Terminator 2. You're right. Yeah, those movies are terrible. Stop doing them. Alpha wants me to keep streaming. Yes, I'm just gonna do this. 1 hour is kind of where we're testing it. Maybe we're gonna do longer streams later on, and maybe I'll end up doing a video game channel as well. We'll see. Noob says would say every Marvel movie. Yeah, from the perspective of just a scared civilian running away from all the crazy stuff going on. So, someone says the game starring Michael Douglas. I want to see it from the Consumer Recreation Services point of view. I want to see how they manage all the actors' situations and make sure everything's going the way they want it. I don't know what that is. Michael Douglas, I don't even know. Okay, so people brought up Cabin in the Woods. My issue with Cabin in the Woods is those people don't know beforehand what is going to happen. Michael Douglas's character knew about the organization and how Sean Penn's character talked about the experience. Also, it's in the woods. The game was done in San Francisco, so if the movie was done, you'd see different point of views of San Francisco, like the Golden Gate Bridge, and different areas of San Fran these actors live in. I don't know any of that. So, someone wants to see another movie in The Matrix, told from Agent Smith's point of view. Dude is doing everything he can to prevent a bunch of smelly rebels trying to ruin his battery factory. That is true, he's like an antivirus software that's just trying to keep everything running, and these guys are like, no, unplug everything. Okay, so Groundhog Day, a day in the life of Ned Ryerson. I guess these are older people than me, I don't know what that is. Mean Girls, told by the guy who doesn't even go there. Yes! She doesn't even go here. Yes, why did she go to the thing and she has lots of emotions? This or Glen Coco, either way I'd watch. I feel like that's a good web series idea of just recreating movies from the perspective of another character and then also being able to green screen your way in there. Honestly, I need to write that idea down right now of could I recreate movies from somebody else's perspective, because I do have a green screen, although the stuff I used to record the podcast with. So we'll see. Next reply. Final Destination from Death's perspective. I imagine it would just be skeleton hands setting up deadly Rube Goldberg machines and some classical music in the back. That is interesting. A day in the life of Decoy Noise. There's really nothing going on. We're all just kind of at home. How about Cloverfield from the view of a professional camera crew? Yes, I went to that movie with a friend. I loved the movie. It was a good, compelling story. It was interesting. My friend was like, I gotta go. I can't watch the rest of this movie. It's making him sick. The question instantly made me think of Cloverfield, but not for that reason. I remember when it came out, people noticed that there's someone else in the camera in the bridge scene, and it became a popular idea that they could have do a sequel from that group's perspective. That would be interesting. They actually have a couple sequels from the universe, Cloverfield Paradox and Cloverfield Lane, which is just different stuff happening in the world at the time of that event, which I actually really like that idea, that there's just a whole bunch of different views. Noob Animator wants to see it from Pennywise's view. Yes, I think that's interesting. Princess and the Frog, we got Maleficent out of Sleeping Beauty. So what the F is Dr. Facilier's backstory? He had a debt with little demons and no one seems to give a crap. That's true. I haven't seen the movie, but that's true that you just don't see enough. This is what makes Cobra Kai so damn good. Okay, that's interesting. Johnny was a real Karate Kid. I also agree with Barney Stinson. Don't know what any of this stuff is. The Blair Witch Project from the witch's perspective, Draconian Ghost. But was it real or was it... I never knew that because they said the idea that that it was just in their imagination, like they were doing it to each other, so we'll see. And then Soft Kermit's the top reply was, I would think aliens from Newt's perspective would be pretty substantial. How a girl survived all that and the loss of her family alone on a foreign planet. Oh my gosh, that would be interesting. And to clarify, I wasn't expecting this to blow up, lol, thank you all. It would be essentially the story of Newt living in Hadley's Hope, some background with her and her family, to the point where her parents get face-hugged, and how the aliens slaughtered the colony, how Newt survived in the air ducts, and what she lived through while ending with Ripley finding her and bringing her back to the Marine Operations Base. It would be set in a claustrophobic horror movie. With a good script, this movie easily could do 300 million, in my opinion. Yeah. What's up, Noah Plays? What's your favorite movie? My favorite movie, sad to say, is gotta be Up. It had everything, emotion, fun, everything. It got boring in the middle, but honestly, it'd be my favorite movie. Oh no, Up, and I'm gonna be basic. Avengers Endgame. That movie had everything. It was pretty much, what is it? 10 years of amazing blockbuster film, all culminating in one scene. It was amazing. I liked it. There's a comic from Dark Horse that had done this. It's 2 issues too long. Early 90s, actually good. Aliens, Newt's Tale. Okay, so I'll check it out. The Aliens, Newt's Tale might be actually something that I will look into or whatever. Let's see. Forrest Gump, told from Lieutenant Dan's perspective, could it be really good focusing on his training and getting sent to Vietnam while being in charge of an idiot? The struggles of a soldier returning from war and the way the VA treated him, just for him to reunite with an idiot soldier that saved his life. That would be interesting. Just the idea that seeing Lieutenant Dan's life, that would be very, very good. Oh, 300? People like the movie 300? Okay, same. Yeah, those are good movies. Robin Hood from the Sheriff of Nottingham's perspective. It'd be great to watch a movie about a medieval cop trying to catch a highwayman. Okay. Do a live reading of the comic, Newt. That's the one thing that I honestly think that if I did live reads of No Sleep, I'd get a lot of viewership, but honestly, they don't like that. And honestly, a live reading of the comic might do well, but honestly, it might be I guess disrespectful to the comic, because then you're pretty much, I'm buying the comic but then sharing it to everybody for free. And Lieutenant Dan, you got legs. That's funny. Well, this isn't my idea or suggestion because Orson Scott Card already did it, but he wrote Ender's Game a second time from Bean's point of view and called it Ender's Shadow. Okay, that's interesting. I read Ender's Game spoiler, but I forgot it, so I don't want to spoil it for myself in the event that I want to read it. Can I subbot your channel? I don't know what that is. No, you're talking about like giving me fake views. Don't do that because it messes up with the algorithm, and then it ends up it sets your channel back because you get that initial boost of viewership, but then it's the wrong viewership, and then YouTube penalizes you because it's like your CTR impression rate goes down. Oh, they have the book? Okay, that's cool. Not a movie, but I would definitely watch Breaking Bad from the perspective of Gus Fring. That dude has a crazy story to tell. And they kind of are doing that in the Better Call Saul, because you see more Gus Fring, so that's interesting. I think we get a little bit of that in Better Call Saul. Okay, so that makes sense. So I'll wrap it up with a couple more of these. Tom Riddle becoming Lord Voldemort? Okay. I just think it would be interesting to watch his journey and his story, although maybe not all that interesting if he took a 30-year break to do whatever. And honestly, it's like, one thing, they're kind of doing that reboot with Harry Potter and it's all turning out terrible. Well, not terrible, but just not as good as the original ones. And then also the idea that it's like, okay, Emperor Palpatine tried to take the entire universe and almost did it but failed. Thanos destroyed half of everything and he failed at the end of it. All these big villains did something. Voldemort tried to take over a high school and he failed at it. So I mean, it's like he's probably the worst villain out of all of them. Do a Never Have I Ever. This is like a sleepover at this point. So I mean, we're at what, 54 minutes, so I think like we've done a good fair amount of reading. I appreciate everybody in here. We're kind of, the viewership's down, we're only at 4 people, but I appreciate that. I will look into making a Discord server in the near future, so I mean, I guess stick around for that. Share with your friends, let everybody know that might be interested in this channel about the channel, and I hope to see you guys next time. I will not make it noon tomorrow. I actually have to do some stuff at work, so we'll figure it out. We'll figure out when we're going to do live streams, if I'm going to switch back to the regular Reddit reads where it's just a 10-minute video or whatever. Star Wars from Palpatine's perspective, Draconian Ghost, yeah. And noob. Okay, so if you like that and you want to see more like this, we're celebrating because you made it to the end of the video. Subscribe down below, share with your friends, check out that video over there. I may or may not just switch back to regular episodes, we'll see. But I do have fun interacting with you guys in live stream. So yeah, thanks for popping in. We will do this sometime soon.